feel like Loki in Ragnarok. Yeah, that's how it feels, nigga. That's how it feels to be called a bitch on a daily basis.
Okay, shut up. Shut the fuck up. What's good though?
Hey Jared, how are you?
Oh, I'm alright. I'm chilling. I'm doing exactly what they told me to say. I'm doing perfectly fine. I have no regrets about this at all.
Who told you to say
I'm fine
that?
with not
I'm not
getting
supposed
paid.
to say that.
Who told you to say that?
I'm not supposed to say that. You try to get me in trouble, man? They're watching.
By
Listen
who?
to me. Don't ask these questions. I keep telling you this shit. Son,
Who the fuck is watching you?
I'm watching my door right now because you better get me in trouble.
You're watching the door?
Yeah, man. I'm about to get some dudes in the suits with the earpieces coming on. I was like, I'm gonna need you to come with us. I'm like, nah,
I mean,
good.
what deal with the devil did you make, son?
Okay.
Don't ask those questions, man.
Don't ask these questions, please.
And can you imagine something? Imagine if we just out and about, and I ask you a question like, "Whoa, don't ask me that," or they gonna come and get me. I'd be scared as shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You'd be scared, but you'd be willing to ask questions about it though.
I mean, I'm curious. I gotta know.
It's like I'm scared for my life right now, but just so I'm clear, like what
I
you talking
mean,
about?
I'll be fine. I think it's just you. So
True. It's like they got the dot on your face, not mine.
why would they do that for me?
You right.
Exactly. Anyway, welcome to my IMO. Welcome to the IMO podcast, the hardest named podcast on the entire internet. Because I swear to God, IMO can be very hard to pronounce sometimes.
I feel you.
Is it IMO? Is it emo? Is it IMO?
I think emo would be if it was in Japanese, because the I pronounces E, but we're not gonna go that far.
Wow, you are. That's the most weeb thing I have heard
I'm
all
actually
day.
okay. I ain't gonna I'm not gonna try to defend myself because it's gonna make it worse.
Okay. I mean,
I have no idea what that's like.
I guess just to bring that full circle. Anyway, my name is Andre. I'll be the host for today, just like every other fucking podcast. But call me Andre. I'm joined by Maurice. Say hi, Maurice.
Tell you what to do, and you just.
All right, Jared. Say hi, Jared.
What's up, pimps?
Okay.
I'm a rebel.
Jared.
I ain't no bitch.
Rebel, you did exactly what I just told you to do. Hey, I'm a rebel. Hi, guys. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, so whatever. Okay, so since we're having technical difficulties with any other video game, we are once again streaming Space Ninjas in space.
Space Ninjas in space doing space shit.
It's a really good game. We're gonna get different games for you guys soon, I promise. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the show. As I said, this is IMO podcast. We do this every single Wednesday. Viewer discretion is advised. Yes. Yeah. Really. Yeah. Yes.
Only for the real ones.
The fuck,
Only for the real ones.
Wow. Fuck yeah. Viewer discretion is advised, nigga. Damn. Okay, Maurice, I feel you.
No, I said, nigga, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so okay, you can stop all that, sir. We're still somewhat of a family podcast. Come on.
What?
Yeah, for the real ones.
Family?
Drake.
All right.
Family.
It was a boy. The boy was a man.
Okay.
That was the funniest fucking interview I've ever seen in my fucking life.
It's the fact that he actually thought he was like doing shit when we all know Soulja Boy ain't doing a goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. So, real talk. Like, well, I mean, I guess that's all we do. You know,
Real talk. You know, I don't know what else that other shit we those other niggas be doing. This is always real talk right here.
Always real talk. So, what type of fucking diet is Lil Yachty on? And just to preface this, I don't have as much knowledge within like pop culture when it comes to like the newer rappers, mumble rappers, or whatever. But this nigga said he grew up eating chicken. No, not even chicken. Pizza and ice cream or some other shit like that. And he's never had like fruits or vegetables or anything. He only eats what he knows. Like, is he joking?
That's literally like 3 people in chat. That is literally like you just described like 3 people in chat right there.
Shots
But I mean,
fired.
no.
Caleb doesn't eat fruits. Marvin literally survived off of pizza for like 4 years.
Yep.
And I don't know. I want to say Steven, but I'm not. I can't really confirm it. So at least 2. So it's not like that's not hitting. That's kind of hitting close to home. You know,
But it's
niggas
weird.
like this.
But it's weird.
Oh, I agree
mean,
with you.
I know another person who does it. But I'm not gonna name him. But it's weird. It's so fucking weird.
Oh, I agree with you. This nigga
Like
said,
he wasn't even willing to try the other food. Like it was so. I guess.
I mean, it is kind of weird. Like I once knew a nigga who
Like for
didn't
you to
drink
go
water.
your whole life and not do it, because like
I'm pretty
at
sure
the
that's an
cafeteria
exaggeration.
they're serving like different stuff. I'm pretty sure he has family that'll feed him different stuff. Like it just.
I'm pretty sure that's an
know.
exaggeration.
I hope so.
You don't do fruits. I
Cause he
don't.
legit just said, "Nah, I don't want to try that. I never had it before. I don't like that."
Caleb, can you eat pineapples? He'll respond to me in like 2 minutes. Anyway, but yeah.
We'll come back to that later.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. I don't get it either. Like I still know niggas to this day that don't drink water, and I'm like, nigga, what? That doesn't make any sense. But hey, so
I love it when they say they don't drink water when majority of the shit they do drink actually has water in it. But whatever.
it's
Yeah.
gotta be flavored, son. I
Oh
don't.
my god.
It's like, oh, I don't drink water. Yeah, you do. Okay.
Okay. I could have sworn you was allergic to pineapples, Caleb, but
That's
I
a
digress.
thing?
You gotta
Nigga,
answer
you could be allergic to anything. Son.
I've never heard of someone being allergic to pineapple. Interesting.
What the fuck?
That's a new one for me. I've never heard that.
I'm allergic to penicillin.
I'm allergic to
Yeah, that's
bullshit.
Wait, okay, so he just debunked your whole shit. Like he eats oranges all the time, strawberries, and he loves pineapple.
All right, so
Again, back to this little Yachty.
usually Caleb is like the only nigga I know that just I can't eat this and I can't
I mean,
eat
but
that.
you said the one person you said did it was wrong. You didn't name anyone else.
Yes, I
But
did.
if you name someone else,
I said Marvin as well.
this one person.
I was just wrong on one of them, so I
We
technically
got
said
one
two.
person. I mean, okay, so it's a rare thing. Gotcha.
It's not that
I
rare.
remember back at Job Corps, 6 Marvin's diet was Pop Tarts, yakisobas, pizzas, and Chinese food.
The hell is yakisoba?
Oh, kill yourself. Okay.
You want to say what it is?
No, I don't think I should explain it. How do you not know what yakisobas are, son? Yo, whose man is this? Maurice, please
I
tell me you
mean-
know. If you don't know, then I don't know none of y'all.
You do know that all knowledge is relative, right?
True.
That's some shit.
Truth-
That's some
truth
Reddit
itself is-
bullshit that Marvin was saying to
Excuse me.
drive me up the fucking wall. But anyway,
I don't know.
I mean, technically, yeah. He's got a point. All knowledge is relative.
man, I don't give a shit about that.
That's relative.
That big weeaboo shit.
Okay,
Fuck
you're right.
First of all, why the fuck Lil Yachty? Fuck that nigga. That nigga hasn't made good music in like 2 years.
I was on a. I think he hasn't made good music ever. But I was watching on the Hot Ones binge, and I came across his shit.
Wow, you
and,
actually watched his?
Yeah, I was curious to see how far he got. He got pretty far. He didn't finish, but he got pretty far.
Wow,
He
I
got to,
think
like basically the wing before last.
most of the people I've seen, they usually finish, and that's coming from bitch ass Chef Ramsay.
Yeah,
Even
but I
he
mean,
finished.
like this nigga never ate like hot sauce, chicken wings, nothing like that.
Okay, so now that's wild.
He literally just showed up. He literally just showed up like.
I never
yeah,
had
I
hot
think it's a lot
sauce,
of
yeah.
fun. Yeah, he didn't prep himself or nothing. Because you saw the Chef Ramsay one, I think it came with a bag of like ingredients. He had like donuts. And,
I think I think
different
Chef
lemons
Ramsay is
and
the
lime.
exception, not the rule. Because that nigga came with
but
an entire
he did, but I mean,
utility belt.
He did, but my point is, he did prep work. And a lot of the people who came there did prep work, right? Or at least
That's
like
fair.
researched a little bit. He just kind of jumped into it.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, sure, I can do it. So and I'm only giving that's only a testament to him because he got to like the wing before he got to like the last wing. He just said nah. DJ Khaled stopped on 3.
He a bitch.
He is. Like it's crazy.
Damn, 3.
Um,
That's like crystal hot sauce. God damn.
Well, Crystal's at the. Well, no, I think you're right. Yeah, Crystal hot sauce.
I mean, crystal. Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
He stopped. That nigga stopped at sriracha. Okay.
Basically. So.
Yeah, damn. But
So yeah. I don't know. This is wild that he doesn't eat that type of food or whatever. But
you had to get that one off your chest, huh?
it was weird.
That shit. I mean, no, I completely agree. Like, I still know people to this day that's like, you know, like
Yeah.
just normal household shit that you think that everybody has had before, and they say like, I've never had that before. I'm like, how the fuck have you never had popcorn? Like, what's how did that happen?
I would just
Were
assume
you
you're lying to me.
sheltered as a child? Like,
I just
what is
assume you're
going
lying to
on?
me, honestly.
Like, did nobody love you?
Facts. All right, but let's get into this. Like, we ain't got fucking topics to talk about.
Yeah, Maurice
Wasting
is
a whole
wild.
10 minutes. I know. I am.
Yeah, you wanted to stay
Someone,
on.
the people had to know.
The people had to know that your little Yachty is his diet is garbage. He is pretty fat.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's continue.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and talk about this because I think we were supposed to talk about it last week, but we didn't. The Joker trailer looks fucking amazing, and that's
Right.
all I got. I want to see it. In fact, I just want DC to continue in this direction right here. Fuck those other movies.
Right?
I like the nods it was making to the one Joker comic that actually tries to explain his past. I think they're like literally just taking, like, aside from like him crippling Batgirl, they're literally taking like all their like knowledge from that one comic book line, which wasn't bad. I mean, well, it was weird, but it wasn't that bad. It's not a bad comic to pull from because a lot of the stuff that he went through just kind of made sense.
Sure.
Joaquin Phoenix is an actor that I've actually never heard of and I don't really pay attention to. So I'm just going into this whole thing as him being the Joker like extremely fresh. I actually have not looked up any of his past works because what I've seen from this trailer actually looks pretty fucking good, almost to a point where it's kind of disturbing. Have anybody, just real quick, did anybody notice like his body proportion was kind of off? It was kind of weird. I'm like,
it was how he was carrying himself. Like he had like a certain hunch to make him seem like more awkward and stuff like that. Like he's actually like, I think that's actually brilliant for someone like the Joker.
Yeah, I'm doing like how to like it's so weird because even like I've seen a nigga like hunch over to the point where like it kind of looks weird, but this nigga he'll stand up straight and he's like stretching. And his whole body composition is off, and I'm like, "What the fuck? How did you even do that?" Like, there was this one scene where he's like, he got his, I don't know, he was doing some shit in the mirror. He had his hands over his head, and like the right side of his traps was like bigger than the left side. And I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? I'm actually really curious about that. But
it's fucking talent, dude.
That's an X-Men power right there. Right? So that's a mutation. Man. What the fuck? Some Kimimaro shit. That's
Kimimaro. I feel you.
I'm kind of confused over that shit. But yeah, this looks really good. It's got the nigga from Atlanta, so you know I'm on for it.
Okay, so we need to get him the show up.
That nigga, did he even have a line? He just looked at the nigga. I'm like, yep, that's what I needed in my Joker right there, a black dude. So you already know this is about to be a really traumatic experience.
True. So hoping to see good things from it. I'm wondering how this is going to play into like the Justice League, because they still kind of have to do those comics. I'm assuming there's like no word on any Justice League 2 or anything like that. So I'm wondering if they're just trying to like do what Marvel did and finally do what Marvel did and just build a fucking world and then like do the team ups and the mashups and shit instead of trying to go for the money.
Yeah, but we all know, because I actually had to look this up because it wasn't obvious. We all know that this is like a standalone, right? It has nothing to do with the DCEU, right?
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because that part is confirmed. Because I'm like, this doesn't fit any of those other movies. Like, it's not even close. This is its own separate thing, which is a goddamn shame because this is a Joker. Movies? So like, it's just like the tone seems a little bit off. This seems to take more of a it seems to take more of a thriller type role than an action adventure type role like all the other movies. This seems to delve into more of the psychological side of the Joker that wouldn't necessarily fit within the DCEU. Kind of like how the Batman and Batman Begins and the Dark Knight
retconned them. If they retconned them, it definitely would though.
I mean, I guess, but I kind of just want this to be a standalone thing.
Like at the end of the day, with all these like superhero movies, all they are or all they like kind of lead up to, and just in my opinion, it's just like movie cliches. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's a heist movie. Thor, your generic hero wins every day movie. Winter Soldier, even though this was kind of like a special case, spy film. right?
Yeah, but it still had like this. I don't know. It's still, and I'm about to be real nerdy, but it seems like even though all those movies kind of, and you're absolutely right, so it's kind of hard to rebuttal that. All of those movies do have a different theme going to it. Like Captain America was, yeah, you're right. It was pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? A spy movie. Guardians of the
Mhm.
Galaxy was pretty much a
Like
coming together story.
yeah, like fucking Firefly or Dark Man. I forgot what that archetype of movie is called, but it's usually like just kind of like a group of people. Oh, it was Friends.
Okay, no, we're not. Nah, I'm not talking, but no, Friends. I don't know why everybody I know like decides to bring up Friends, but I swear to God, Friends is like
I
the
did it.
worst thing I have ever.
I did it. I did it for the memes. But
No, you didn't.
I did. I
you
totally
liked
did.
Friends. You liked watching Friends, didn't you?
I
Holy
brought it up
shit!
as a meme.
Oh no! Oh no!
I brought it up as a meme. That's all you need to know.
You watched more than 3 episodes, didn't you? And enjoyed it.
When I was younger, yes.
Oh no! Oh no! Maurice went to the dark side. Damn, son. I don't know what to tell you.
I liked it. It was fun. I thought it was fun. I didn't know it was like.
Friends could not have been any whiter, even if it tried. That's like Friends is like the whitest thing I've ever watched.
I was like 12 when I saw it. So
That's still
like,
pretty old. Like,
I mean, yeah, but like that shit didn't even like matter to me. None of that shit was like even like registered to me.
you must didn't have
Like, I
cable
didn't care.
growing up.
Yeah, basically it was back home, so it was on and off at times.
It was either The Simpsons,
and my,
Seinfeld, or Friends.
Yeah, my aunt just watched it all the time, and like I just watched it and liked it and stuff. Same thing with like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, that's different.
A lot of people hate that shit.
How?
I don't know. It was so cool.
Oh, remember Xena, Warrior Princess? That shit was my jam.
Oh yeah, that shit was hard too.
Yeah.
She actually died in that shit.
Did she? It would
Something
make
like
sense.
that.
It's funny because she was Joff like young when she played in that role. Anyway, we're good enough topic. Yeah, Joker trailer looks great. Can't wait to see it. All right. So, if you're looking at the title, you're probably wondering why. No, you're not. No, you're not. We got a first full length trailer or trailer teaser, whatever you want to call it, of The Lion King. Which, okay, before we start, I'm still upset because the whole point of these trailers, I want to hear these niggas talk. I already know what James Earl Jones is going to sound like, and I'm extremely disappointed with Scar. I want to hear how fucking Beyonce and Childish Gambino is going to do in these roles, because I swear to God, when you get people like that well known, it's kind of hard to not hear just them and not the actual character. So already we're like two things. We haven't even started the review of the trailer, and we're already like too negative already. So let's talk about the Lion King trailer. I'll start. It looks fucking gorgeous.
Same.
It looks technically wise. Yeah, I actually thought those were real fucking lions right there. That's actually pretty fucking
They
impressive.
look really fucking real. Like I saw one. Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Like, it was really. I know it was like really dumb to say.
They look really
I saw
fucking
one video and a couple articles saying like how like the characters didn't have emotion or anything like that. And I'm just sitting there thinking like they're missing the whole fucking point. This is just budget at its finest.
Oh my God.
Like we could throw money at this where you think you're looking at real fucking lions.
You're part of the fucking problem.
Weird. No, I mean, I just feel like people are just missing that fact that like they're probably not supposed to have emotions. Like if it's that consistent from this big a budget of a film, you probably could rule it out. You probably could rule it out, or just assume like, oh, they're just supposed to be doing their own thing, or well, not doing their own thing, but they're going for like a certain artistic level. Whatever.
Nah, I'm sorry. I half feel you. It looks great, but at the same time, I'm in that camp where it's like, okay, so you have real lions. There's a reason.
Basically, at this point.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, literally. I mean, at this point, you might as well guard like cat like ear flicker with the ear. I'm like, holy shit. That shit look
That's
great.
budget at its finest.
That one frame probably cost like $100,000. Like, I mean,
You think Walt Disney thought he's gonna get to this level where he's making actual fucking lines and telling a story with it?
somewhere Walt Disney is like rolling in his grave. He's like looking at the company like, man, y'all making a lot of money, but goddamn, what the fuck are y'all doing? What are these movies? Y'all not doing anything original, goddamn. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the only positive I have about this trailer. Everything else just seems soulless.
Mm.
Everything is devoid of and it's not fair to judge it off of the animation because in animation you could literally do anything the fuck you want, and this they're trying to like, you know, they're going for like the more realistic tone thing. They want everything to look as photorealistic as possible, and I totally get that. But the
Like, they
movie is
show,
called The
like-
fucking Lion King with talking lions. All right, I don't need a realistic version of the Lion King. I just don't.
Okay.
Anybody
Well,
else?
I mean, I thought the trailer was decent. I think the artistic direction is actually pretty interesting, and I really want to see how this translates to the big picture.
What's so interesting about it?
Just the realism. That's it.
Realism
Like,
is
them
interesting.
Because it looks cool as shit.
I mean,
I'm not like at this point. You can't really even judge it based off of like a gripping story or anything like that. You have to judge it off the visuals and what you see.
Sure.
What I'm saying, I mean, again, what I'm saying isn't like a classical Disney cartoon with really expressive characters and bright colors. I'm just seeing Animal Planet told in the movie form, son.
yeah, but then you already know it's got to be like rated G or PG at the max. So you already know that we're not getting that Animal Planet level violence, which almost kind of defeats the point, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, we just have to wait and see. That's the unfortunate thing about a trailer. Like, you don't know how it's going to turn out until you actually fucking.
yeah, but it's a really good indication, though.
I feel you.
It's like
They didn't show it for a reason or something. They knew that one scene was just gonna be like, it's not quite what you needed or what we promised. So.
it's really seldom that a trailer is bad, but the movie is great. That almost never happens. I literally can't name one instance where it was like that. If the trailer
I think the trailer was bad though.
If the trailer is meh, and that's almost like a worse sign, because like remember the Hellboy trailers? The Hellboy trailers were kind of meh.
Which
and then the
ones?
movie,
The newer ones or the old ones?
the new one, the one that just came out.
That one's like not getting the best reviews right now.
Yeah,
So, to your point.
Yeah, so like it's almost like if the trailer is meh, that means the movie is going to be bad.
True.
It's almost exclusively like that, and it's really weird. And this trailer was kind of meh to me. I'm still going to go see it, but all things considered, I don't know. One thing that is like really bad though was Scar's voice. They couldn't get Jeremy Irons back. Jeremy Irons, he did the voice of Scar.
You know, kind of figured when you said it.
Just making sure.
Okay. I mean, you had a lot of context clues in there.
Did nobody felt weird, kind of that it wasn't the original voice of Scar? Was that just me? Because Scar is half the movie for me. You get Scar wrong, you get half the movie wrong.
The whole movie's about him coming into power.
I mean, technically, yeah, like shit. Dude killed his own brother to become king. Like, holy shit. Some dark shit right there.
I feel you on that. I don't know. It's not. I don't want to say it doesn't affect me, but I just want to see the performance overall.
Oh man, what if Beyonce was just Beyonce? She wasn't acting at all. She just started talking as if she was Beyonce.
Is that a bad thing?
She's very well spoken though.
Well,
Yeah.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah, but I like my actors to act. It's kind of like the whole Will Smith thing. Like, I never see Will Smith in his role. I just see Will Smith. And I kind of feel that Beyonce's at the point where we all know Beyonce. So we're just going to hear Beyonce. Charles Gambino might pull it off because he's actually a good actor. Beyonce isn't known for acting.
She's not black. What? She was in Pink Panther. How dare you say that? Sorry for my trolling.
I'm just sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
I'm in a joking mood. Gotcha. Message received. So.
Oh, she was also in Goldfinger.
Yeah,
Oh
she
god.
was.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm not no. So yeah, if this is decent, I'll be very surprised. But then again, I think Disney has been doing okay in the live action department as far as like sales go. I think that everybody really liked the Jungle Book remake. I
Which
didn't
is
go
the
see it.
closest thing you can kind of like relate to this.
I think yeah, yeah, because I was about to say the Maleficent movie. I don't know where the fuck they got the idea for that.
Uh,
Oh come on, it's a cartoon. It's live action now.
I know, but like, why would you even bring it up?
Because they're making a fucking sequel to it. That's why.
What? How much money did that shit make?
Enough to make a
Bullshit.
sequel. Angelina Jolie was in it, and then obviously it made
You're
enough to have a sequel.
right.
No, don't get me wrong. Angelina Jolie was good casting, but it's like, who the
I mean,
fuck was asking for?
she's never not bad casting.
That's true. But who the fuck was asking for Maleficent? Who was
Oh
making
my
that?
god, this shit made almost 800 million.
Good God.
Good fucking lord. I mean, they could have spent up to like 3 million to make it, so that's not
Oof.
that big. But god
Oof.
damn it, that's all China. That's
Oof.
all China.
Yeah, that's got to be China.
That's
That's definitely
son.
no China. There's just no other way.
I
I don't
still
know
see
anybody.
niggas like I don't know anybody. Like, you just reminded me that movie existed. I don't know anyone else who's been talking about that movie. And the only reason we're talking about that movie is because it's relevant to our lives because of this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
So I know damn well niggas aren't fucking talking about this movie.
I had to watch a video essay just to remind me that it actually existed. One nigga was like, "Yeah, and Disney's also doing Maleficent and a sequel to it." I'm like, "What the fuck? What do you mean a sequel to Maleficent?"
When? When did they get the first one?
Yeah, that was a thing. But it's like it's one of those things where I think that Disney overboard with this whole live action shit.
Yep.
Like, we don't need a live action. Well, I'll give you the Jungle Book. The Jungle Book made sense, but the Lion King, Maleficent, Cinderella, Snow White. What the fuck? Oh, they didn't do Snow White. I'm Beauty and the Beast. But you already know that Snow White is on the way. Like, let's be real.
I feel
I don't feel the need for all the. I even forgot. I just remembered that Beauty and the Beast was a thing. So I don't see what Disney is. I mean, obviously money, but
Clearly appealing to the Chinese market to pay for these fucking movies. Right?
fuck China, son. I'm getting tired of this shit. I mean, it's just as simple as just don't watch the movie, but Maleficent? Come on.
I did like the concept behind it.
It makes. I mean, the concept was okay, but a sequel.
Like, what story do you tell? Like, okay, she got the power now, and now she's evil. We're
Right.
gonna tell how she like fucked everyone's shit up and became a fucking sorceress.
Right, and then we
Whatever.
continue over that. Was the Cinderella in the movie? Was her daughters in the movie? I don't know. Disney, wow. But then again, what the fuck are we gonna do? Disney is pretty much printing money at this point. I don't even think they could. If they could have like 4 major movies fuck up, and they'll still be like a-okay. That would.
This shit got. I'm looking at the ratings for it.
Is it safe to say that Disney owns like 60% of media right now?
I wouldn't say 60, because you still have like dumbass niggas like Time Warner and
517 million in other countries, so that's like China and some other places.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess. Yo, these man outside of the country, these niggas like weird ass movies. But the movies that you think that would do well doesn't really do all that well. Like I hear that most Marvel movies doesn't exactly do all that well outside of the U.S. It's really weird, I know.
Yeah.
But shit like Fast and the Furious is like really fucking popular. Like dummy popular. Half the reason they're still going is because of the overseas market. I'm like,
maybe because
sure.
like I don't know.
It's weird. Yeah, they're weird. It's weird. Anyway, let's move on. Speaking of weird, we got our last Fox made. Oh shit! Does Disney get a cut of this? I would imagine so. Our last Fox made X-Men movie called Dark Phoenix. I don't even think they put X-Men in the title at this point. They just said Dark Phoenix.
At the last trailer, they were
Nah, it's not an X-Men movie. Nah,
No,
it's
yeah.
Completely different.
They were like they added that X with the circle around it in the last bit of the trailer at the movies, and I'm like, oh, okay, y'all slick with it. I feel you.
Yeah, because I
Not
think it's the
X-Men.
point. Yeah, because we've had like, well, Logan did the same thing to be fair, but Logan was good, so yeah.
Oh shit, it is called Dark Phoenix. I mean, they still can't. Hmm, that's weird. It's
Because
called
how many
that.
times can you put X-Men in front of a movie? Let's be real.
Yeah, it's weird. It's called just Dark Phoenix. They must have changed. They definitely changed that.
No, I think it was always
No,
well.
it was always Dark Phoenix.
Nah,
No, X Men Dark. Well, I thought X Men was in front of it.
Yeah, no, but
nah, it's just
I'm
Dark
highly
Phoenix.
confident it was always called Dark Phoenix. We just knew it
Well, I
was
thought
X
they
Men
like
Dark
with
Phoenix.
the merger they would have like negotiated the fucking.
Was,
No, never mind.
wasn't this?
I think they just
That's the thing. Wasn't this in the making before the merger? Like
yeah,
before it was finalized.
for sure.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, I think
Yeah.
this was probably done before they even started talks of merger.
So maybe. So I don't know. Would they have bargained for like the money made from this movie specifically because they already put the talent to it, and then just include that in the merger, saying that like, the rights go to you, but we make money off the profits of the movie since we've already put the time in for it, time and money in for it.
Doesn't matter
Kind of.
at this point because
Well, I
Fox
mean,
is no more.
I just need something to explain the fucking like why they took out the X Men part.
I think they wanted to distance themselves from the X Men because I don't think the last two X Men movies did all that well.
I mean, yeah. But...
Like I think it was Apocalypse and yeah, Apocalypse.
Well,
That's for
the
you.
one before Apocalypse, the one before Apocalypse was Days of Future Past, I believe,
That one was deep.
and that
was
one
pretty good.
actually did well. Yeah, that one did really well, but
Yeah,
they just
Apocalypse.
lost it with the next one.
Apocalypse was actually really bad. I have no idea
Well,
what happened.
I liked it only because I'm an X Men. I'm just a huge X Men fan. Like, but I can understand like why it wasn't the best because a lot of the choices they made and things they
Was
just
really
decided
weird.
to do. Yeah, like fucking Storm.
Storm. Yeah, yeah, like that was whoa, what happened here? Who approved that?
Fucking Apocalypse wasn't even that threatening of a villain. Like they
Oh,
literally
yeah.
should have just CGI'd him and made him like some big hulking motherfucker.
Yeah, and
And-
they had that was Oscar Isaac too, because which is odd because I actually really like Oscar Isaac as an actor, mostly because of Star
Yeah.
Wars. But yeah, so like, what
Yeah.
the fuck, son?
Like it looked like a pretty movie. The powers all look cool. The teams that they chose for were awesome, but I feel like they just really tried to play off the success of the previous movies, and it just did not work for them because they also used fucking that dude again, Quicksilver scene. They tried to make that work and turn that into a thing. I'm like,
Oh yeah, they did try and do that.
It was good the one time. Don't kill it now.
Yeah, they tried to make it was a good scene, but at the same time, it's like yeah, we already did it, we already saw it. You didn't have to. It's like when you guys like the last one, wait until you see this one. It's like yeah, don't do that because it seldom works.
Yeah. So
I think it's X-Men fatigue. If you think about it, we've had 20 years of X-Men.
no, it's not that.
I think it's that.
No, because we've had 20 years of fucking Spider-Man. We've had 20 years of Batman. We've had 20 years of Superman. We have 20 years of like, well, maybe even 20 years of 10
the
years
same,
Avengers.
but all of those things wasn't the same, like the same story.
I don't think it matters. Well, technically it is.
I was gonna say
It
Spider-Man.
does deal with like. Well, technically it is because like usually all the themes hit the same beats, such as like X-Men, for example. They're basically black people, hated against, all that stuff. That's always been the same. That's never changed. Spider-Man story. I'm a kid just trying to make it as a hero. Really good morals, really good values. Superman. I can do anything. Batman.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about like the.
anything.
Okay, so okay, I wasn't like the overall arc of the character. I'm talking about the continuity of the X-Men films. If you and once again, we always disagree on this point. I think that it's a little hard to follow for the casual fan. Most people probably couldn't tell you all, besides us, people that actually pays attention. Nobody could tell you all of the X-Men films in order. Well, the casual fans.
But
casual fans.
I don't think it's something. I don't think it's fatigue. I just think that they just don't do good jobs with these movies. Like Days of Future Past.
Which is why they
that was
wanted.
like, what was that? It was like the sixth one, the seventh one.
It may have been
I might be like
It's
wilding a
up
little
there.
bit.
It's no. It's
Yeah,
up
definitely
there.
up there.
It's
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
that was that like sixth or seventh one.
It
That
might have been the
could've
sixth one. Like.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely up there. And we had to go through a few movies before that one was good. Like we all remember Last Stand. Well, not all of us, but we remember Last Stand, right? At least
Yeah.
like us two, well,
Yeah.
us three, right?
Mm.
Last Stand was not good. It wasn't.
It was okay.
That shit was wild. And then they just killed like whatever. Um, so if anything, I think the fatigue would have come a lot sooner than that.
Well,
You
that's
know?
because we actually like it got revitalized with movies like First Class.
Days of Future Past and First Class. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the fatigue. I just think they're just not doing a good job with these movies. Like all the choices that they made in for Apocalypse were just weird. Like the villain didn't look strong. The Storm's age and casting was kind of weird. Not all the characters looked like how you intended them to look. They all were just kind of like weird to get adjusted to.
That's true.
Because some of the like, not to say like I didn't want new actors. It's just the castings were a little weird.
The casting was a little.
funky.
The casting was like what's her face as Mystique.
Yeah.
I still can't get over that. It's
Oh
just...
yeah, and dude, like, how can you say there's fatigue when fucking Logan killed it at the box office?
But Logan didn't have the X-Men name in front of it.
It's still X-Men though.
Yeah,
People went
and
to that
this
movie-
just like this is still X-Men. Dark Phoenix is still X-Men.
Okay, fair. Well, I mean, what?
What were you about to
that's
say? That
really-
this wasn't X-Men?
it's like, I was about to debate it, but I was just thinking like, well, that doesn't really disprove like that it's fatigue. That doesn't prove it's fatigue or not. But
So far, the better of the two movies the last two movies was Logan, and that did not have the X-Men name in front of it. X-Men Apocalypse, which was, I mean, it wasn't atrocious, but if somebody said it was atrocious, it would be hard to rebuttal them. So there's that. So yeah, so they saw the success of Logan that didn't have X-Men in front of it. Maybe for this next
that
one.
doesn't mean anything.
What else could it be,
this next one's
Maurice?
good,
What? I'm just saying.
What else could it be? It was a good fucking movie. It was
What?
really good. It
What,
got a lot
Logan?
of good reception. A lot of good Logan. It was a really good movie. Got a lot of good reception. The villain. Who was the villain in Logan again? Oh, it was just like some corporation that was trying to hunt down the.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Like and good action scenes. You felt real like.
But Maurice, you gotta.
felt the real connection to the character. I don't think it has anything like it wouldn't have anything to do with the X-Men title being there or not. If they called it X-Men Logan, I think it'd still be just as strong of a movie.
You're thinking of it in a way of how much you enjoyed the film versus how much money it made.
No, I'm thinking of it as a
And how good it
what
was,
I'm, no, what I'm saying is like regardless of if Avengers 3 was called Avengers 3 or not, I know people.
What's that? She all.
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun? I will attempt to bypass this fault.
Yeah,
Sure.
that was
Hello?
odd. That hasn't happened in a long time. Anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, all right. So your argument is that the X-Men name is causing fatigue.
Yes.
To the franchise.
I'm saying like if you look at the last two films, X-Men Apocalypse didn't do good. X-Men without the X-Men in front of it did extremely well.
That doesn't prove anything.
Yes, it does.
So we're going back in the circle now.
Yes,
Okay,
it does.
so fundamentally, Dark Phoenix was not a good movie. The villain wasn't strong. The cast was awkward and new. And there's several reasons as to why, like, a newer audience or any audience wouldn't vibe with that. Like, even as an X-Men fan, I would go and watch it, but I know it's not one of their stronger films. Like, probably middle of the package to even a little bit below that.
Is this
Like-
your answer to my question?
What was your question?
The question of your rebuttal to me saying, okay, X-Men Apocalypse did bad, then Logan does well, and then decide to like not put X-Men in front of this movie. Is this the answer?
To not put X-Men in front of the names, like, well, I mean, I guess
Yes.
in order for you to prove that, 'cause we only have like the one sample size. In order to like prove your point, we have to see if this movie does well. Then, and then that
That's true.
just kind of gets shelved.
That's true, but I don't. Well, I'm over. I don't have too many friends, but I don't see people clamoring for this movie. I don't see people getting extra hype for Dark Phoenix. This
Because
it's not going to do bad. Of
yeah,
course, it's not going to do bad, but it's just not going to do as well as what Fox/Disney. I'm just say Disney at this point. It's not going to do as well as Disney is hoping, and I feel they kind of know that. They already know that this is done.
I mean, again, it's the movies. It's not the franchise. Like niggas love X-Men. They will always love X-Men, from the '90s cartoon to X-Men Evolution to Wolverine and the X-Men. You're right.
Son,
Exactly.
X-Men Evolution.
Exactly. Like it's not the franchise. It's the movies. Do not blame the franchise. The franchise has proven the test of time.
I think I'm trying to like fix my words so it's not as wild as what is about to say. Because if I said it another way, you say like, "What the fuck."
Like,
But I think it's not as strong to the casuals as you may think. Within our circle,
I know. I'm 100% saying that these movies haven't been strong whatsoever. Ant-Man, I would argue that like fucking Ant-Man as a concept wouldn't excite a lot of people, but Ant-Man the movie with the new actor would like get a lot of people like, oh, okay, cool, I can vibe with this. This is nice. It's real nice. I like it.
I guess you got.
Um,
I don't know. I think it's big. Well, I also blame the we're staying a long time on this, but I don't really care. I also blame the whole superhero fatigue. I still think that's a thing because if I'm feeling it, you guys may not feel it, but I know I am.
There is no way you. Oh, sorry, let me.
I'm talking about for me. I'm talking about for me, and I know I know there are a lot of other people that's kind of tired of seeing superhero movies.
I'm tired of seeing live action everything. Personally.
How many? You tired of seeing what?
Live action everything. That shit. I'm waiting for that trend to die.
I don't know how many of you I don't know how many of you there actually are that are experiencing this fatigue.
There's a
but
few.
I guarantee that these numbers do not match the fact that the tickets for Avengers for the final movie.
Avengers doesn't count because I've gone on record.
Yeah, it counts. It's a fucking superhero.
No, because after Avengers is when I think that everything is going to start to slow down. It's not going to be immediate. It's it's not going to be immediate because
I agree with that too.
Yeah,
but
because
I don't think there's any fatigue now.
Oh, right.
It's going hard. Like it's going hard in the paint.
I think for everything that's not a Marvel movie because Marvel doesn't count. Those movies pretty much print money at this point. Anything that I'm dead ass serious when I say that.
But I mean, there's no. But then I mean that just goes gets your argument. There's no.
But let me finish. There after anything that's not a Marvel movie, I mean any superhero that's not a Marvel superhero movie, you're going to start to see a slowdown for that. Hellboy is a good example.
Shazam came out like a week before, and niggas loved it.
Shazam got extremely well reviewed.
Captain Marvel came out.
I said Marvel
Shazam.
doesn't count. I said Marvel doesn't count.
No, hear me out. Captain Marvel came out before Shazam, but that's the worser movie. Like well, not worse is not a word, but that's the weaker movie in comparison. It didn't get as good reviews, and it's not just
I heard nothing but good things about Shazam.
No, yeah, Shazam, but Captain Marvel came out a week before Shazam did, and Captain Marvel did not get strong reviews.
But I said that Marvel prints money. Like they literally can't do any wrong at this point. So that's why I said you can't really count Marvel because Disney is the mouth.
I'm ironically counting Marvel against itself, showing that there is a type of that there is a distinction between hero movies, even ones under Marvel or under DC. It doesn't matter which. Like people. My argument is that people go to movies to watch good movies, whether it's superhero or not. If a franchise, there isn't a such thing as superhero fatigue right now because all of these movies are killing. Like not saying like Captain Marvel or Hellboy are killing it, but like the other ones in the films because they're strong movies, not because they're superhero movies. Well, that does play a little bit of a factor into it.
I think that plays a lot of a factor into it.
I mean, honestly,
if it's a good movie, yeah, obviously people are going to go see it.
Yeah.
But if it's if it's anything less than great, I feel that it's going to be a massive slowdown. Now, when it's going to happen to Marvel, probably like 2038 or some shit. I don't know, but I feel that like if you know what would be a good
Oh wait, I need to shut the fuck up because apparently Captain Marvel made $1 billion. Holy shit.
yeah you didn't know that.
I think I remember looking it up.
Like I said, Prince. Like I said, Prince money. But a good
Yeah.
a good way to prove this would be let's see how Dark Phoenix does, and let's see how Joker does. Even though Joker's kind of cheating because Joker is the most popular villain of all time at this
Yeah.
point, so that might be kind of cheating too.
Shazam made like
Oh,
triple its profits, so it was like at least 80 million to 100 million to make. It made close to 300 million with this opening weekend, or with this
they had 300 million for
It's
his
wrong.
opening weekend.
That's actually
it was only that's good though because they only spent 80 million to make it.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying no, 300 million is still pretty fucking strong.
Well, up to it was like 263 to be specific.
Yeah, but that's for Shazam for
Yeah.
a name that nobody really knows about, if unless you're into comics and shit. That actually did pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, a good test. We'll see how well Dark Phoenix does. Since you say that X-Men, people love X-Men, and people aren't getting super. Well, let me finish. Since
Go ahead,
people
go
aren't
ahead.
getting superhero fatigue, and people love X-Men, let's see how well Dark Phoenix does, and if it's a decent movie. Now, of course, if it's a bad movie, nobody's gonna see it because if it's a bad movie, nobody's gonna go see it. But if people say
Yeah.
that Dark Phoenix was anything more than a 6, and people still don't go see it or make as much money as they thought it would, I think I'll be justified in saying that people are starting to get a little bit of
No, I said
superhero
that.
fatigue.
No, I said that earlier. Like
we
that's
agree
going to
then.
prove your point.
Oh,
Because
okay,
we only
agree
have the
then.
one sample size, so we can't really make any assumptions based off that. Because I mean, yeah, one movie did bad because it wasn't called X-Men, and one movie did bad. We did well because it wasn't called X-Men. You can't really make that like you can't really say that because
there's not enough evidence.
not enough evidence. Thank you. So,
Doug, I don't think this is going to bomb, but I think that this isn't going to do as well as you think.
what Dark Phoenix?
Yeah, Dragoon.
That is my whole. That's what I'm saying. Like the X-Men movies aren't causing fatigue, which is making people not want to go see them. They've just been fundamentally bad movies. Like Apocalypse has been a bad movie. Was a bad movie.
That's
It
true.
was not good.
So in other words, if the
Characters weren't
movie,
strong, the villain wasn't strong. They ultimately didn't do shit in the fucking fight,
That's
and
true.
the story went absolutely nowhere.
that's true. Dragoon Chronicle. Hey, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy me and Maurice talking about basically nothing because we're not making all this fucking money. So
I wish I was. I wish I was, man.
we're gonna get, man. I would take a fraction of Marvel's money. I would just sit. I would be sitting pretty. But yeah. Welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy our back and forth. But yeah. We could cut it right here because we basically agree to agree basically, which is actually weird. This barely happens. So,
Stop the press. These niggas agreed on something.
yeah, I know, right? Holy shit, we're only 3 things in. Justice League, Fatal 5. I didn't watch the movie. I tried. Give me a break. So we're gonna talk about that.
You told me on Saturday.
I tried.
Nigga, I got 4 fucking days. I will watch it. These were
it
your
happens.
words. This was your words.
It happens sometimes. And to be fair, we've all done it on this show, so don't even start.
I was about to say I can't.
Keep doing
This
it.
is what are you talking
Keep
about?
doing it.
No, I have been up on everything you guys have been telling me to do. You can't name one other thing besides this.
Okay, well, let me not go ahead and say whatever. I've only done it like one time. And that was it. And everything
was
else I've done.
What was it?
I think it was some show or something that I didn't finish in time. Oh, no, it wasn't a show. It was the fucking, the Gorilla soundtrack.
God damn it, he
That was
remembers.
it.
All right, cool. Yeah, because
God damn, you remember.
because but I gave you a month for that shit, son. I'm like, what the fuck?
I feel you, so but I got you the
Oh
movie.
no! You don't get to do that. You don't get to
Do
say,
what?
yeah, I gave you a month, and I feel you, but you give me 4 days.
But
What
we
the
told you
fuck
to
is
watch,
wrong
like,
with you?
We've told you to watch like certain shows that you haven't finished or gone through.
Like what?
Like The Punisher, Iron Fist. You just stopped at 3 episodes.
Okay, to be
Yeah.
fair, you
No,
can't
wait,
expect
no,
me to
wait,
finish
wait,
Iron
wait.
Fist. That was
If
10
it-
hours of my life. You wanted me to just sit there for some
I did
mediocre
it.
bullshit.
Lenora did it. We all did it.
Fuck both of y'all. I'm about to sit here and watch 10 hours. 10 hours reviews of something that's bad. Fuck you, son.
You
No.
said-
Yeah, fuck
Okay, and
both of
then-
y'all.
But I mean,
Now,
apparently that didn't fucking matter because you didn't finish Punisher on time.
If it was an hour and some change, like the Gorillaz album was, then you can roast me. You could like for this, you can roast me all day because I just could not have time to do it. To watch it. To be fair, I've been at work at 6 every single day, and I don't get
You don't
off
take a
until
lunch break?
6.
This is not a long movie. This
To
is
be-
like 70 minutes.
Nah, man, I'm not about to. No, son. Actually, for most of those days, since I'm the only person in the office, I usually don't take my lunch. I'll take like 20 minutes or something like that, and then I go like
wow.
right back.
Is it that much work that you have to do that, or are you just trying to get the work done?
I actually am trying to get the work done. It's that they piled up like 6 projects on us at one time. It's actually pretty retarded.
You need to take your hours, or else you're gonna like suffer from a mental breakdown.
I'll do it. But I'm just saying you can frame it for Justice League, but we've all done it once, and I'm not giving you just
Yeah, we've
sit
all
there
done it at least once. And I
Yeah.
saved like 2 for you, and I'm pretty sure if I
No.
go back a little bit deeper,
I'm
there's
not
probably
giving
more that you
no,
haven't done.
I'm not giving you. Hey Andre, sit here for 10 hours for a show that's bullshit. No, I'm sorry.
Nigga,
I'm not
I
doing it.
did, so we can review it.
I gave you.
Break it
I
down.
gave you
You
3 to
didn't
4 episodes.
Oh my god, you gave me
And
3 episodes.
and for what you said, it sounded like you didn't even need to watch the rest of the show. The first 3 episodes was all that you needed, according to your review.
The thing it was bullshit, but you have a certain perspective when it comes to reviewing when it comes to reviewing media. So you know the things to look out for. I don't know the things every time.
Okay, so for the next bad movie that comes out, we're gonna go watch it, right?
Nigga, yes.
Okay, you wasn't saying that.
Just say it.
You wasn't saying that last year, son. There was something that was like, I think it was Pirates of the Caribbean 5, and you was like, nah, fuck that.
No, I went to go see that. I saw that.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think
In
it may have
theaters.
just caught me at a time where I just didn't have,
Time to do it.
a job.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, no, you can. I'll take the blame for Justice League, man. Fuck y'all for Iron Fist. I'm sorry, I'm not. No.
Clearly, all right. So,
Nah, suck with dick. You can forget it. So yeah, Justice League
did you
Fatal
finish Luke
5.
Cage?
Luke Cage season 1 or 2.
1.
Yeah,
Okay.
we talked about it.
Okay. So you should.
I didn't finish season 2.
Well, we weren't reviewing that. Well, no, I think we did.
Why didn't we
I
talk
think we
about?
tried to.
I don't remember talking about Luke Cage season 2.
I remember talking about Luke Cage season 1. Oh no, I guess I do because of the fucking thing. Sorry, what were we talking about? What's going on?
Method Man was also in it. That shit was hilarious.
That shit was amazing.
That shit was great. I'm like, oh yeah. Can all the Marvel Netflix movies do this? That's actually pretty sweet. But yeah, Justice League, Bruce Timm. That's all I got.
Let's
That's
just
all.
review it next week.
All right, cool. That works for me. I'll
Give
definitely
everyone
watch it this
enough
time.
to see it.
Yeah, man. Come on, give me a break. You
Don't
didn't
fucking
start.
talk to me.
You didn't start Sekiro yet.
Don't talk to me.
You didn't start Sekiro yet.
Why
Okay.
I keep thinking you're saying Suck-iro, but you're saying Sekiro. Like,
All right, so this is why we don't allow Jared to talk.
You're
This
right.
is why he's the one playing the game.
I'm good at video games.
Nigga,
Sucker.
of all the games you want to push, and of all the games that I play that you just haven't beaten or gotten to. Alright.
Name 3. Besides Final
Three?
Fantasy.
3 games? That's a pretty significant one, first off.
But nobody else is playing this game in chat besides you and Marvin.
Oh yeah, besides the only 2 people playing it in chat, no one's playing it.
I did. There are 6 niggas in chat.
A lot of y'all don't play any games though.
What are you talking about?
Or you go like long spells without playing mini games.
I play anything that looks appealing to me.
Okay, and then a lot of shit just not appealing to
Final
you, apparently, so-
Final Fantasy 15, 14.
I'm not gonna say that's the
14,
only thing that
14.
I've been playing, but sure.
I mean, why are you only playing Final Fantasy 14?
I
And what are these other
I'm
games
not-
that you're telling me to play?
I'm not. Well, I mean, there's no telling you to play other games. You just don't want to play them.
What are you talking about? I give it a shot. I gave DC
I knew-
Universe a shot for some fucking reason.
That was years ago, and I don't think
And it
there's been
counts.
any other game.
And it counts.
And since then, there hasn't been another game that you've tried out. Per my
Please.
recommendation.
Please tell me what they are.
I told you to try out Doc Hack, son.
Oh, come
I
on.
brought that up. You fucking hated it.
Oh, Jared,
I
please
said,
help me
this
out.
Power Rangers
Hey,
game
don't look
looks
at me,
pretty
yo.
sick.
Jared, help
The
me out. This
Power
nigga
Rangers
said,
is pretty
okay,
sick.
I'll give you. No, I can't.
Darksiders 3.
Darksiders.
You haven't
I
played-
actually wanted to
which
get
plays
around
like
to
a
that.
Souls game.
I actually wanted to get around
But you
to that.
didn't, which you didn't. That which is the point.
I wanted to get around to it,
It's fine, but you didn't, which is the
but
point.
there are plenty of games that you haven't played that I've recommended.
Yeah, but I mean, I play more games than you do. Right now,
Okay, all right. So that's what it. I play more games to you, even though I'm only playing the one game that I'm playing right now.
right now, yeah.
You,
But
you see how you're reneging right now? Like
I'm not reneging. These are I've told you games that I've played. Like, at least in the
I
past.
have a list of games that I've told you to play, but you don't play.
Which games?
Sekiro, Red Dead Redemption, God of War, which we actually would have season on, and you still have not come to get it.
Well, no, you didn't tell me to play that. We decided to get that together. I just haven't gotten around to getting it.
But you still haven't gotten around to it.
Fair. Okay.
Those are 3 right there.
Gotcha.
And what are these games? And fuck you for Dot Hack. Look, man, what Dot
do
is
you
Dot
mean?
Hack? Is Dot Hack even still coming out?
They released the game over again, and then added a lot more.
So you
wanted
wanted to
more content to it.
you're sweating.
Yeah, because it was actually a pretty good game for its time.
I was flaming because I never even heard about that shit.
Did you actually play it, Jared?
No, I never heard about it.
No.
It looks interesting, but
You never heard of Dot? Wait, you never heard of Dot Hack?
I've never heard of that shit until Maurice told me about it.
Huh?
I also own Red Dead Redemption 2. I just haven't gotten around to it.
So I play all these games.
You name 3 games that you happen to play, and I'm about to name 3 games that you happen to not have played. So it's just gonna be
Go.
even. All right. In the what's my time span? Any of them? Anything?
Yes, whatever time span you want.
Okay, so the Tales of Vesperia got re-released. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I picked up Paladins in the recent years. I'm not sure if you played Dragon Ball Z Fighters, but I've also picked that up a little bit too.
I played that as well.
Pokemon
Ass whooped by
Let's-
me, but the same.
Pokemon, I did. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Darksiders 3. You played Devil May Cry 5, so not counting that. I played Jump Force. Naruto Shinobi Strikers. I'm already like at 9 or 10. So you can shut the fuck up now.
But that still doesn't. That still doesn't.
The point
That
is,
doesn't.
I play more games than you, so my stuff is.
Oh, I play more games than you, so that means I can no longer. I don't have a say in any of the recommendations that you. What you.
No,
should
you
play.
can give me a recommendation. That's fine. I
But
just don't
since,
know if I'm gonna be
but
able to
since I don't
duplicate
play
what
as
you
many
do.
games as you, that means I should be playing what you recommend. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's
No.
just,
That sounds like what you're saying.
It sounds-
No,
it
what I'm
sounds
saying-
like- So I understand what it sounds like, but the argument is just he plays more games than you. That's the argument. That's it. That's the thing that's been like he's proving now is like he just plays more games than you. If you can just bring up the fact of more games that you play than he does, then there you go. He's not. I don't think he's alluding to anything. Just the fact that he just plays more games than you.
But all of those
Yeah.
games didn't seem interesting to me, and I would have never
I mean,
picked them up.
I'm not
that's
telling you to
cool.
play them,
That's
though.
awesome, but
Yeah.
you're not debunking the fact that he's playing more games than you. That's the
I'm not-
that's the argument right there. Is he plays more games? Than you.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah. Well, then, yeah. All right. So he did name them.
Yeah,
Sure.
so that's why I haven't like just taken time to go to Sekiro because I'm just playing other shit. It's a lot of games I released that I personally like. Not saying that you have to play these. I don't expect you to. I don't even think you're gonna like Doc Hack Sun or Battle for the Grid.
Oh, trust me. I
Yo,
was
Battle
gonna
for the
play it.
Grid,
I
that
was
shit
gonna
looks
play it
really
anyway.
weird, bro. I can't lie. That
Yeah,
shit
it
looks like
does.
a really weird
It's
game.
like fucking Street Fighter and
Dude,
Marvel had a baby. So
honestly, I would say not Mortal Kombat. Killer Instinct meets MVC. I say Killer
maybe,
Instinct meets
maybe.
Marvel. Like that's what I feel.
Oh, I haven't played Killer Instinct, so I can't really say.
Think of I don't know how to explain that shit honestly, but anyway, yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
like
mean,
I don't know. Is it like a faster paced like
You're
Mortal
just gonna leave
Kombat?
it?
I don't know, cause I'm trying to think. Like, is it a faster paced Mortal Kombat? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. We could
I don't know how to literally describe Killer Instinct
and stank.
and Stank.
In what?
Killer.
I spelled it wrong.
Yeah, you pronounced it wrong, but okay, you didn't spell anything.
No, I did. I'm typing it to look it up.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were. I didn't know you were typing it. I just heard you say instinct, and then you said you spelled it wrong. I'm like, nigga, you didn't spell anything. You just said it wrong. I'm not on your computer screen, son. I don't got that anonymous like hacking skills, bro. Like, get out of
You
here.
heard me type that again?
That would be great, actually.
What, anonymous level hacking skills?
Yes.
You right.
It was in the Matrix.
Stop.
Oh yeah, this is actually pretty spot on. I would say. Yeah.
I love that movie.
Seems like it, at least from the one combo video I just saw.
That's what I mean. Like, and I personally got my ass whooped in Killer Instinct back in Job Corps in DC, so I would never play that game again. Like, I'm sorry. I got my ass whooped in a lot of fighting games, but Killer Instinct, I just raged so hard at that shit. Even more than Marvel's Capcom 3. Like, I'm sorry. And I raged the fuck out of Marvel's Capcom 3, dog.
That game's really tilted.
That game is broken as fuck, dude. Like, god damn.
Oh, okay. All
Sorry,
right. Little
sorry.
PTSD kicking in.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's cool.
Sorry.
Happens.
The game is just, I mean, it's broken for not necessarily the fact like there's just like mechanics that just stop the game from being fun, but there's literally points where it's like you just can't do anything. Like, you're literally just sitting there, you die from a combo, then you're already in corner, and then you have to deal with tons of mix-ups from either one person or three people, and then you're just like, all right, what do I do now? I didn't block, okay, I'm dead. Next turn. Oh, I didn't block again. Shit, I'm dead. All right, cool, good game. Next.
It's not my turn anymore.
No, it isn't. Like, it never was. You thought it was, but it really wasn't. Hard reads.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm like really ranting about this shit. My bad.
It's all good.
This nigga recommended me to play Power Rangers and Dot Hack. When did that Dot Hack came? What Dot Hack? What year did that game even come out?
I think it was.
That was on the PS2,
It
I
was-
remember, right?
If it's anything sub 2016, I'm gonna kill you.
You talking about the remake or the
It came out
game?
20. It was 2017 that the remake. That it's not a remake. It's a remaster.
When did the original game come out?
Oh, like 2006 or something.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, not even 2006. Shit, wait, no, it was like
Sure.
way later than that. It was like 2002. It was the PS2 era.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I remember
Jesus
seeing, because I was
Christ.
looking the game up, and I remember it being on the PS2. That's I'm like, damn, this game is definitely old. I'd never heard of it.
The one game we flame you for. Hey, you should play this. No. And is the Power Rangers game really that good?
The what?
I don't know. I don't know about the following, but I've learned that if you don't know about the following, doesn't mean the game is bad. Because, like, take Brawlhalla, for example. No one fucking really knows about Brawlhalla right now. Or none of my immediate friends know about that shit, but that thing has a really healthy esport.
Or Darkstalkers.
The fuck? Oh, that's right.
Hell,
The only reason why I know about that game is from Marvel vs. Capcom. That's the only reason why I know about that game.
But they still have like fucking tournaments for that shit. Like Marvel
Seriously?
posted a video about it. Yeah,
Damn.
people love that game.
Interesting. But yeah, like, I don't know, because I've seen like some random videos on Facebook about like Justin Wong or like some of the mainstream like superstar fighting game players. They were talking about Power Rangers Out the Grid, and I just don't see anything else of it. But then again, it doesn't prove it's doing bad or not.
Like it's definitely a rough title. It's $20. There is a lot of stuff that you're still adding to the game, so it's almost
Whoa.
like you just bought like an early access into it.
Hold up, you said it started out as 20?
It's still 20.
Damn. Wait, did it start out at 60 or did it start at 20?
No, sorry, at 20.
Damn, bro, that did is bare bones. That's like
Yeah.
you got a training
No,
mode
it
and online
definitely
mode.
is.
Training mode and
Yeah,
online mode. That's
definitely
it. That's all you need, bro. Damn.
Yeah, basically. But the developers are like posting about it weekly. They're adding 3 free characters to the game, like
That's
just straight
cool.
up like fleshed out characters, which is awesome actually. This should have been in the game from the start, but they're adding a story mode to it. They're also adding voice actors, which is they're rumored to get like the original ones from some of the original ones from the Mighty Morphin series to voice characters. So, and they always have like a bunch of stuff that's like recorded and dubbed. So essentially, like the $20 just got you a fucking season pass, an early access into the game, and then they're still like updating it constantly.
That's
So-
good. It's really good to see
Yeah,
that.
I think
Like,
it's good too.
it's always good when developers constantly like feed into the game, just like more updates, more information. Hey
Mhm.
guys, you guys exist. We care about you. Let's actually do stuff about the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Like, I'm pretty sure it seemed like they just released this with the intention to like fix it. And while that's not like the best strategy, because we flame Destiny constantly for shit like that, for doing like shit like the Destiny clones or like Anthem and stuff, but they don't come with that fucking $60 price point, so
True.
it doesn't feel as bad. investing $20 into this to play because honestly it really is fun. It's just missing stuff.
Yeah, true. You spend $60 on a game, you're just like, all right, well, in about 5 hours, I'm done. Like, what do I do now?
Yeah, basically.
And it's like, oh wait, you gotta wait for the $20 expansions and like all the loot box cosmetics and the season passes and all this shit to actually really enjoy the game.
Cosmetics.
Facts.
Like, hey, I don't know.
Loot box cosmetics.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what Destiny does. They just put up Eververse, say, hey man, you want these emotes and fork out that money. You got that silver, then you don't got the emotes then. Oh well, that's all cool.
How do we always come back to Destiny?
It's probably, I want to say, is the franchise that has, I want to say suffered the most but yeah, honestly, like in our generation, that game has been through so fucking much as a roller coaster of fandom. Like at one point, best game in the world. At another point, worst game in the world. Now it's like making a comeback. Now it just completely fucks up. Like,
Is Destiny Call of Duty?
yeah, good point.
To be fair, Call of Duty was pretty consistent for like a couple years.
For
Actually.
the PS3 decade, I feel as though it's consistent. When it got to the whole Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare shit, that's where we started to get off track of like, all right, well, this is starting to get really fucking dumb.
Yeah, people like to shit on
Not to
Call
cut
of
you
Duty.
off, but speaking of off track,
Don't
Oh right.
the segues.
I had no idea what he was trying to segue into.
It was the fact we were getting off topic, like a lot.
Oh
The segues.
man, look, it's already 9:30. We were pretty much just gonna shoot the shit for like the last like 5 minutes anyway.
True. Fucking.
Anyway, Samsung has a foldable phone now, guys. We're going back to foldables again.
Dog.
that shit looks sick. Do not even joke about that.
Yo, okay, no lie.
alright.
I looked at that shit and I'm over here like they really just did this. Like when
Yeah.
it folded open, I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna see like the fold in the screen, you know, so it actually makes sense that it's because I'm thinking it's just they just slapped two phones together, but it's one full screen. And I'm like, how did they do that?
Technology.
Son, like I'm literally over here like in gut, like they really just made a full screen that can fold like that and it won't just shatter.
The technology's been out for like maybe like a couple years. Like a lot of places have been like reviewing it and seeing the tech demos of it, but it's never looked that good.
Right.
I think the one they had was like it was foldable, but like the screen, like the middle of the screen was like super loose, like a book binding.
Yeah, that's what I thought of it too,
yeah.
and that it was just really really flush. Like,
Yeah.
good job on that. But
Yeah, that shit looks clean.
one thing I
Can't
also,
wait.
sorry, go ahead.
I can't wait until Apple comes out and say that they did it first.
Right. One thing I find
Yeah.
one thing I find really cool about it is like I was watching the review and the dude was talking about how the delay, like when you go from like quote unquote phone mode when it's folded up and then it goes straight into the tablet mode, there's literally like next to no delay in like screen transfer, which is really nice. Like the fact that it's like that responsive with like all that shit going on with like folding and unfolding the phone, pretty cool. I like it.
I like the amount of real estate it gives you too, because like, not that I
It's a
do
lot of
this,
space.
but yeah,
It's a lot of space.
That is.
It's a lot of fucking space,
That
and
is
it folds like so conveniently into your pocket. Like
Right?
you can put that into any pocket.
True. And that kind of leads me to a thing of like, okay, well, the fact that is this really of something that you would buy if you just want a phone, like if you want a cooler phone or just a tablet? Because I mean, when I look at the
If you
phone
want-
mode,
For
sorry,
the people that want both.
because like when
Yeah.
when I look at the phone, like when it's folded up, I'm just like, this looks really underwhelming. The main point, like I feel as though the point they're trying to make is, okay, you have a tablet that can fold now, basically, not necessarily a phone that turns into a tablet. You know what I mean?
That's basically it. You gotta remember, some people, be like me, they don't really care too much about their phone, and whatever that their phone does, they already know that a tablet does infinitely better. Now they're getting the best of both worlds right here.
True.
And you know, I would see if I was like younger and I'm a kid or something, this probably wouldn't be for me. But people that's like me, I'm older now, and most of my fucking day is spent on a fucking train. I could just flip this out, like watch a movie, read a book or something.
You work.
It's-
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
So
it
much
makes
real
it.
estate.
Yeah, it makes sense, and like you have like this bigger foldable. I mean, I forgot how many inches this was.
I put the specs.
Isn't it specs?
Stop.
Yeah, let's say. My bad. 7.3. Yeah, that's
Mm.
pretty big. But yeah, you get a seven. I feel it's a little bit more than that, to be honest with you. But yeah, you get all the screen real estate, and you get to take it with you wherever you go,
In
and it
your
also
pocket.
doubles as your phone. So basically, having a tablet is almost obsolete. Well, I
Having
wouldn't
a
say it's obsolete. It's always going to be used for a tablet for some people.
I mean,
But
yeah, because some of them are like bigger, I guess, like more portable computers and shit like that, or like
right,
better, more specs. Like some of the tablets have better specs than this phone.
right, and with a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, that's actually kind of low for for the size of the actual phone. But for 4,000 milliamp hours, that's pretty impressive. That giant screen is going to eat through that.
Oh
I
yeah,
guarantee.
oh
I
yeah.
guarantee you. That probably should have been like in the five, maybe 6,000. Well, six is a bit wild, but
Th-
definitely five.
3 hours on YouTube, and there you go. You're at 60%.
Yeah. But yeah, this looks great. I want to see the technology improve just a little bit more, because right now the price tag is absolutely ridiculous.
Jeez,
It was
yo,
like 2,000 or something.
yo, two
Yeah.
fucking G's for
Yeah.
this shit. And I'm just, cause it's
It's the
funny, cause
it's first of its kind. You got to remember that.
but then I thought about it. It's like who really nowadays forks out like for the phones out now, like the S9, the S10, who really forks out that money? Like they just do the payment plans. Like who really
You
just
be-
said, huh?
You'd be very surprised.
Really?
I forked out like 500 for my phone.
Yeah, no, you put like a down payment on it, but like, cause for me,
No, I own the phone.
oh wow, damn, true, not bad.
I spent double that for my Pixel.
Yeah.
Nah, I just do the payment plan. Like I'm like, cause normally,
Uh,
cause yeah, like my T-Mobile, they just they give me the jump, so I'm just like, oh, I'll just go to the jump, and if I don't like the phone, I just put it back. I don't care. But I don't know. It's just like when I see $2,000 for that shit, I'm like, damn. And I was always saying like with the what was it the iPhone X that finally broke $1,000 for a phone. I'm like, I can say all I want about how this phone is astronomically pricey, but niggas are still gonna fucking line up at the Apple Store for this shit. Like
Yes.
everyone's gonna complain that it's pricey, but it's still gonna be a line for it. Everyone's gonna get it anyway.
Actually, there's been recent studies that's actually slowing down a bit.
Interesting.
Actually, well, not about a little, but a lot. Basically, phones are getting better. They're lasting longer, and they're getting more expensive. So obviously, consumers are gonna be like, "Well, I got a good phone already."
True.
Like I still know like some of the richest people, well, not richest people I know, but some of the wealthiest people I know that I'm in the contact with on a day-to-day basis, they still have like their iPhone 6 and still like have no like want to upgrade. There was one dude that I know that definitely made in the high six figures. I'm talking about like in the 150 area. And he was like, "Yeah, man, your Pixel, that's expensive." I'm like, "Holy shit!" A nigga who's making $150,000 just told me my phone is expensive. Meanwhile, he had like, I think he had an iPhone 5S or some shit. I'm like, "Good God, I'm living. I'm clearly my priorities isn't in the right place."
Right.
So
I mean, yeah.
there's that.
Normally people who are rich like that, they stay rich by just not spending money. Like rich people, believe it or not, some, not all. Cause when I think of like rich people, I think of more of like business people, CEOs, shit like that. But when you look at like mainstream like millionaires, like musicians, they always spend their money on jewelry, cars, and whatever.
Yeah,
But a lot of
but I'm talking
times,
about like people that's in like the higher class. They usually do like a mix of both. While they won't buy the most expensive phone, those niggas go to like out
oh,
of the
I didn't
country
say
like
they're
three
sorry.
times a year or some shit.
I'm about to say, yeah, their houses, like, I always, one of my friends at work was telling me, if you want to tell someone's rich, don't look at their car, look at their house.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, good God. These motherfuckers living in, like, manors. We don't call them mansions, we call them manors. We call them estates.
And some of them, they'll drive a little hoopty. It's actually
Right?
kind of, it's actually. I mean, but if you really think about it, it makes perfect sense.
I mean, yeah, it's like, you won't get, like, because I think if you drive a nice car, you know, it's, like, I don't know, I personally, I would always be, like, too paranoid to drive, like, a McLaren or a Lamborghini in public. Because it's, like,
Yeah.
so many, like, possibilities of it getting damaged, you know, like accidents. I'm just like, when it comes to your house, like, if you live in a nice house, 9 times out of 10 it's gated off. Like, you're kind of living by yourself,
That's true. Or just having a house in fucking general.
right? Like,
You're actually doing. Yeah, if you're a millennial and you own a house in this environment, yeah, you're not doing all that bad. But yeah, people are definitely gonna buy a $2,000 phone
yeah,
that doubles as a tablet without a fucking doubt. And
true.
it folds, son. A foldable touchscreen, bruh.
Right?
I'm still confused on how they're doing that shit.
Right. And
It's this
one
new glass that they made.
now.
Like I think it's similar to what the curve monitors use, and that's pretty much how they achieve the foldable phone.
That's
True.
a fucking That's a fucking breakthrough right there. Just imagine in the next 5
The-
years, that's gonna the technology that is gonna be damn near perfect.
Yeah,
We're
the
back.
technology for it has existed for a while. Has existed for a decent bit of time. They just like finally had like a build to go with,
Yeah, they
after all the
perfected
prototypes and shit.
Yeah, now that
Perfected
Samsung,
it.
now that Samsung's behind
The
it,
color-
yeah, it's definitely gonna get that
Can- can-
push that it needs.
Can we talk
Oh, yeah,
about the
for
colors that
sure.
it comes in? Like, I'm sorry, those colors are really clean. Like that emerald green one that I saw. Oh my gosh! Like, I'm just like, yo, I really don't want to buy this phone because it's like $2,000, but I'm like, I kind of really want this phone.
Samsung has been doing pretty good as far as, just in general, they've been doing pretty good. But I've been noticing that whenever they come out with a brand new something, the colors are usually on point. I'm actually really impressed. I remember I used to hate fucking Samsung like 3-4 years ago. I used to hate Samsung. Their phones were made of plastic. You were paying like $700 for a plastic phone. It didn't really last all that long. Like I remember the S3, the S4, and the S5 were garbage. They were really bad phones. You could take off the back. I don't know. For me, it was just a plastic thing. It just felt cheap. You were holding your hand, and it goes like, "Oh, nice Cricket." Nah, that's the top tier Android. Oh, really? Damn. And then,
Nice.
and then it didn't help because Android was actually pretty bad back in the day.
My man said, "Nice cricket." Damn.
Remember when Android would just like close his apps off of like just the random? You
Yeah.
had like a 1 in 4 chance of like opening an app, and that shit would just like crash after like 20 minutes or some shit. So yeah, it wasn't. We deserved all the shit that the Apple fanboys gave us.
Speaking of crash, this just in. Apparently, the servers crashed for Smash Brothers.
Joker, you gotta love it.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh
All
really?
these niggas
Yeah.
have been playing the game for like months. Just come
Oh
in.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's kind of unfortunate.
Yep.
And now that
I'm really hoping to get a little time.
Huh?
to look into it.
I know.
Nintendo actually fucking up on their multiplayer experience. Surprised.
No one is.
And that comes at a bad time because isn't Reggie is out and the new guy is in, so now he has to deal with this shit. So this is already like something that's a bad thing on his plate, and he's
I
just
hope he
now
just asked,
starting.
like, why didn't we beef up the fucking server?
Meanwhile, Reggie's on his way out. Good luck, nigga. I hope you do with that one well. I think his name was Doug Bowser. He did that shit on purpose.
Oh, right, his last name is Bowser.
He did that shit on purpose, though.
So
Who do
why
we
do you
got?
I can see it at the interview. It's like, why do you want to work here? My last name is Bowser. All right, you're hired.
Feel like, yeah, seemed like a good fit.
Who
Yeah.
should be the next CEO? We got Jim Jones. We got Tim McLean or Doug Bowser. That's the man right there. Actually, I don't want this job. That's too damn bad.
Too damn bad. You gonna take this job? Every press conference you hear like a Morse code him like asking for help and shit. It's like
Right.
they're holding me here against my will.
Right. But we have actually went off rails long enough. It's already 9:40. We're going to try and wrap this up anyway. Anybody got any closing thoughts?
Can't wait till May 1st.
What's May 1st?
May 1st is the tech, or not tech demo, but gameplay demo of Borderlands 3. I get to see 60 FPS of Amara. I'm sorry, I needs it.
Okay. Good for you, Jared.
Thank you. So I'll enjoy it. It's okay.
Did
I
he get his
understand.
last name changed to Bowser?
Yo, that's one way of like really trying to secure your job, man. You just literally change your last name to Bowser.
I
Oh
know
no!
the industry is starting to do that.
He held a position at EA.
Oh,
nice.
No.
Nice.
Oh no. But it's just let's all be real. Nintendo America doesn't mean shit. It's all about Nintendo.
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure this shit
Nintendo.
it's literally just a PR company.
Yeah, pretty much. do they even have any decisions? Like they get told from actual Nintendo what to do, and that's pretty much that. And you never know. EA is just EA. how high was he in EA though? Because if he was like executive CEO or some shit, then I would be kind of worried.
I don't know.
I think you wait, isn't he is the new CEO, right? I think you would have to be up there.
Well,
in order
not,
to become
Of
not
Nintendo
CEO,
America.
the COO, the chief.
Oh,
operating
gotcha.
officer. Yeah, but he is the president of Nintendo of America. But
Yeah,
the
but they don't.
CEO is fucking. What should we call it? You said what?
I swear to God, they just handle marketing. This guy, but what else are they doing? They're not developing anything.
I'd imagine like the extent
Marketing.
of what they do is like marketing and like language translation. That's it.
And they must not be all that big. Then.
I'm about to say you only need like what 20 niggas for that or something. Nah, I wouldn't say 20.
Actually, I mean, well, yeah, probably a little bit more than 20.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking because all I thought was just translation. I'm like, you don't need a whole lot of people just to translate. But then again, when it comes to marketing, advertisement, that can get interesting.
Yeah,
Well, they do have a lot of games that are coming from Japan and getting translated over. So, I mean,
yeah,
the
but
team could-
still, it doesn't. That's pretty much just coordination. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't do. Like Nintendo of America, they're just like, hey, a new game. How do we market it for America? And what do we need to do to make sure that the American release goes smooth and shit like that? Yeah, Nintendo. I don't think they do shit. What the fuck did Reggie even do? This nigga was a meme.
I remember
Yeah,
him
that
getting
was a
roasted by
shot.
Hungry Box, honestly, in one of the Smash tournaments. That was funny.
My man said I'm not good at Smash because I was too busy making Smash. Like, nigga, you didn't make shit.
It's like you made the English translation for Smash. I can understand what the fuck they're saying, so kudos for you.
He probably didn't even do that.
You literally just play games all day.
In fact, Smash isn't really all that translated. Not too many people talk in the game.
True, they're normally just sounds.
Well, sounds.
It's like Jack
Yeah,
and Dax. It's like Link or Jack and Dax or Jack
The-
1,
the
Jack Daxter type
menu-
shit.
The menus, the stickers, the characters,
That's all
explaining
they-
them, all that stuff. Yeah.
That's all they do. They write. They handle
write.
marketing.
Handle
What do y'all
marketing.
do? Do y'all make any games? Fuck no.
Fuck.
Games.
Yeah, stop.
Games? Nintendo of America. Yeah, no. Guys, that was the IMO podcast. I really hope that you enjoyed our
Show.
casualness
Show.
today.
It was a show. We
It
did
was
stuff.
it was barely a show.
We did stuff.
We did show.
we did stuff.
What did you do? Because I don't see anything from this game, but I'm just looking at you like jump around. I don't know. what the
I'm
fuck
doing
is
a
going
lot
on.
of CC. I'm trying to make it to where all these people cannot shoot. I'm actually doing a fuck ton of damage by making it to where all bullets.
Are you
attract-
sure?
Yes.
Anyway, that was the IMO podcast, guys. If you like what you listen to, please like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to Jared's Patreon because he obviously needs it.
I have a Patreon.
Yes.
Hey, nice. Yes, go to my Patreon. I'm hungry.
All 50. Damn. Damn. Yeah, guys, I'm straight up. I need a beer. Like, what? I need some food, damn it.
Like I'm hungry. Like I'm actually about to make some food in a little bit too.
Notice all the games I play is free. Shit.
It's
I'm
funny
like
though.
Bobby.
Every time I play Overwatch, which I actually paid for, fucks up. But when I play free-to-play games like Paladins and Warframe, it's perfectly fine.
That's what you get.
See, son, like I don't know. But yeah.
Anyway, that's us. We're gonna go ahead and sign in, and we're gonna zip it in and zip it out. Does anybody know? Anybody get the reference?
No.
Nobody got the Dave Chappelle reference. You guys didn't watch Dave Chappelle, man.
I don't
fuck
remember
it.
that part. I'm sorry. I love Dave Chappelle.
You obviously didn't because that was one of his best shows. It was on the Chappelle show. Zip it in and zip it. It was a parody because he was making fun of white people. Anyway, yeah, that's the show. Uncultured people over here.
All right, peace out, pimps.